Hello, my name is Terri. This is beginner yoga. And I know it's not the same to have virtual as it is in person, but we're going to make the best of it. And I believe that we're going to be starting in-person classes in January of 2022. So I hope to see everyone there. But to start with, if you're new to yoga, a nice yoga mat is great, but if you don't have a yoga mat, a nice rug or even carpet will work for today. We're actually going to start with sitting down with our ankles crossed, but you're going to listen to your body, whether you're a veteran at yoga or if you're a beginner. So really listen to your body and do what works for you. So we're actually going to start by working on the breath. We're going to take a nice long breath, inhaling slowly up. And I want you to feel your spine grow nice and tall. And then on the exhale, release it out. And then two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And one more time, connecting with the breath. Good, and let it go. And now this time we're going to add a side bend. So we're going to inhale nice and tall. We're going to take the right hand and bring it down, and the left hand's going to reach gently up towards the ceiling. And then maybe take it over a little farther if that feels comfortable for you. Deepen the stretch when you feel some resistance. Pause. And then we're going to inhale both arms up, deep breath. On the exhale, the other hand comes down, reaching for the ceiling. And maybe deepening this stretch. And then we're going to inhale nice and tall again. We're going to add a little twist. So we're going to exhale. One hand comes down. The other hand goes behind. Your right hand goes back as you look over your right shoulder. And then inhale nice and tall. We're going to exhale, twist to the other side. Good, and then inhale nice and tall. We're going to interlace the fingers. I want you to round your back. And then take a nice full breath up. And one more time, a nice release of the spine, rounding your back. And then we're going to inhale slowly up. Wonderful. So we're going to bring our knees up. I want you to turn both knees to one side. This is called the deer pose. And then we're going to sit up as tall as we can. You're going to gently turn towards the right knee. And again, add a little rotation. Remember, you're just going as far as it's comfortable. And then we're going to square the shoulders off to this right knee, bringing the fingertips down, and we're going to do some push-ups. So you're coming with a straight back, following the heart. And just the fingertips, using the muscles in the arms and the pecs. And if you want a little bit of a challenge, take the hands behind the back. Exhale down. Inhale, gently lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, lift. Let's do one more. Good, and then we're going to switch sides. So the knees go to the other direction. And take your time as you gently rotate, looking back. And then as you square your shoulders off to the other knee, either the hands come to the floor and you do little push-ups, or again, the hands behind the spine. And then you, again, just coming down as far as you feel comfortable. Or use those arms for support. Good. Last one. Exhaling down. Good. Inhaling up. Good. Now take your time as you bring your feet together. We're going to take the feet out in front of us. We're going to work on the boat. So do some core work. So I want you to flex your feet, bring your hands behind you, and then find your sit bones. So you can bring your legs up. And of course, you decide how high you want to bring your legs up. Maybe you want to stay right here. Think about lifting nice and tall from the crown. Or take the legs up to 90 degrees. It's called the bow. And we're going to stay here for 4 breaths. So take a nice long breath, inhaling. Remember, you're lifting from your heart center. 2 more breaths. Good, and so hopefully you can feel some quivering. That's those abdominals working for you. So let's go ahead and drop the feet. We're going to turn lengthwise to our mat. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll down onto our spine. So take your time coming down. We're going to extend through the right leg, and I want you to take that other leg and I want you to grab the knee and just make some easy circles. So we're loosening up that hip joint. And then circle the other direction for a while. And then we're going to switch legs. So the other knee comes up. Start some circles. Good, last one. And then we're going to slide those heels up. So we're bringing our heels as close to our hips as we can so we can go into a bridge sequence. So our hands are flat on the mat. We're going to inhale, start to lift the hips. We're going to shift the weight to the shoulders. Make sure your hips are level. Your knees and legs are parallel to each other. And you're just relaxing here, breathing. So this exercise is to strengthen the lower back. Good, one more nice deep breath. And then we're going to start from the neck and we just peel it down one vertebrae at a time. And now we're going to take both knees this time and make double knee circles. So now just take some time to just massage that lower back. And then circle the other direction. Great, last one. And then we're going to do one more abdominal exercise. I want you to reach underneath one of your legs as you extend the other and see if you can hover the other leg over the ground. We're going to peel the forehead up to meet the knee. And then if it feels comfortable, you can release the hands. And you're going to reach your fingers towards your feet. And then take your time because we're going to switch. So you can stay right here, just hugging knee to chest. You can peel up. And you can also release the hands. And then take your time as you lower the head. Both legs are going to stretch long, and we're just going to roll over onto our stomach. So we're going to work on some of the back muscles, so make sure you're comfortable and your whole body's on your mat. Your feet are going to be hip distance apart. We're going to actually start with the hands directly underneath the shoulders, and we're going to come up into a little baby cobra. So you're going to lift the crown of the head. And then you're going to exhale down, taking both hands to your side. You're going to glue your arms to your side. You're going to lift your right leg. And feel free to lower down all the way down to the side of your face on the ear. And then we're going to switch sides. And then we're going to lift the head and shoulders, and we're going to try and raise both legs. Good, and then lower the legs, taking your hands back underneath your shoulders. You're going to push up, and we're going to keep the feet nice and wide, and we're going to sit into child's pose. So you're sitting back on your heels, walking your fingers forward, relax. Good, and then from child's pose, you're going to come up to hands and knees. So make sure your knees are right under your hips. Those hands have to be directly underneath the shoulders. We're going to extend the right leg, and then we're just going to gently rock on the ball of the foot. So we're stretching the calf, the Achilles tendon. You'll feel this a little bit in the wrists as you rock forward. And then we're going to align again, shoulders to wrists and hips to knees. We're going to raise one leg, point the toe, and take the opposite arm and reach from wall to wall. Spinal balance. And if you want a challenge, you can take elbow to knee. Good, and then we're going to lower both the knee and the hand. We're going to take the leg out to the side. Same arm as leg is going to reach up. And we're going to try and stack the shoulders. You can look up at the top hand, you can look down at the bottom hand. And of course, you can always deepen this stretch by taking the hand behind, binding and looking up towards the ceiling. But do what works for you. And if your wrists are a little sore, this is a great opportunity to roll out the wrist. And then we're going to take it back down. And then we're going to take the whole thing to the other side. The other leg comes back and we rock onto the ball of the foot. Coming back to center, raising that leg. You can keep a flex foot or a pointed toe. And remember, you've got that option of elbow to knee. You want to exhale as you come in. Inhale as you lengthen. And then, of course, we're going to take the other stretch to the side. And then you lift that other arm up. And as that arm comes down, the knee comes in, and we're going to do a nice flow of cat-cow, rounding the back. Good, dropping the belly, inhaling, and then exhale, curl. Good, one last time. to tuck our toes and go into our first downward dog. So we're going to lift the hips and we're going to pedal the heels. And then softening both knees, we're going to walk our hands towards our feet, and you're going to take your time as you roll up one vertebrae at a time. And then as soon as we come to the top, we're going to make a nice big shoulder circle back. Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to step up, nice giant step out, coming into warrior two. So your back leg's at a 45-degree angle. This front leg is facing forward. The knee is bending and tracking over the ankle. Warrior two, reaching wall to wall. So again, the crown of the head is lifted, but the lower body is sinking towards the earth. So watch that front knee that it doesn't roll in. Try and keep that knee right over the ankle. And you should be able to see your big toe if you look down at your foot. So we're going to take a couple breaths as we hold warrior two. And we're going to take this front hand and open the palm. We're going to go into reverse warrior where we follow the front hand towards the ceiling. The back hand comes to the back of the leg. And again, you're listening to your body. Just take it to a place that feels comfortable. Again, hold it for a few breaths. And then we're going to transition into right angle. So this front hand's going to come to the thigh. The back end lifts up, and you can stay right here as you lift up towards the ceiling. Or you can deepen the stretch, coming forward, taking the forearm to the thigh, dropping the arm next to the ear, creating a beautiful diagonal right angle stretch. So 2 more breaths. Keep breathing. And as we straighten our leg, we're going to raise the arm up into the ear so you're not stressing your back, and then come back to center. And what we're going to do is turn so that we're in a nice straddle stance with both feet facing forward. We're going to work on some sunflowers. So if this is comfortable, you feel free to walk your feet in a little farther if the straddle is too wide for you. But we're going to inhale the arms out, and we're going to bend the knees, swing the arms and cross them, and then inhale, lift. So you come up into a 5-pointed star. So your arms are in a V, and then you exhale, bend and sweep, and then inhale up. Just like a sunflower, it drops. When the sun is out, down, you drop your head, and then as the sun comes out, it looks for the energy of the sun, and it opens. Exhale down. Inhale, open your sunflower. Good, exhale down. Inhale, lift. 2 more. And then we're going to take those elbows and slowly bring them in and slide them in. Make sure your elbows are right in towards your ribs. Your hands are relaxed. You're going to bring your hands to prayer. Elbows come out. And we're going to switch to the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the other foot and turn it. And this other back foot turns to 45 degrees. And then we start to bend this front knee over ankle. We've transitioned into warrior two on the other side. Again, staying here for a few breaths. Relax into the pose. And this front hand's going to open. We're going to go into reverse warrior. We follow the hand up towards the ceiling. Keep that front knee bent. Unless you're having knee problems, you can always straighten the leg if you're feeling any pain or discomfort in the knee. And then return into warrior two. And then remember, we're going to transition into right angle. So you can take your hand down and just do an easy lift towards the ceiling. Stay here or take it a little deeper. where the arm comes next to the ear. And you've got a full diagonal stretch from the ankle all the way up to the wrist. And you can look up, you can look straight ahead, you can look down at the floor. And when you're ready to come out of it, as you straighten your leg, think about lifting this arm up towards the ceiling. Good. And then again, we're back in that straddle, and we're going to work on some straddle stretches. And so again, I'm going to have you listen to your body. So we're going to start with the arms out to the side. We're going to soften the knees and bring the hands to the thighs and do some rib twists. So you're just going to drop one shoulder, look back, and then come back to center as you take a deep breath, and then gently dip the other shoulder. Just take it where it's comfortable. And then coming back to center. Now you can do that same exercise again, or you can go a little deeper into the windmill. We're going to drop a shoulder, bring the hands down, one hand down, the other arm is going to windmill up. And you can keep a nice bend in the knee. And then bring this hand down till we place the other, and inhale gently up. Or just go back into your shoulder dip. And then exhaling down, we're going to grab the ankles. And then we're going to take our time as we slowly walk the hands up, and again, curling up, just one vertebrae at a time, stacking the vertebrae. And stand nice and tall. Good, take your time, you're going to walk your feet together. We're going to go right into our balance while we're here. So we're going to do a tandem feet balance, and then we're going to do a one-legged balance. So we're going to actually start with the arms out to the side. You're going to shift your weight over to one leg. You decide which leg. And then we're going to go ahead and take the other foot, heel to toe. So it's like you're standing on a balance beam. So if you have trouble with balance, you might want to take a little wider beam. So instead of a 4-inch beam, maybe a 6 or 8-inch beam. And then we're going to hold it here. So I want you to rock a little bit from front to back and make sure you have your weight even on both feet. So 50% of your weight's on the front leg, 50% is on the back leg. And you decide where you want to go. We're going to inhale. We're going to tighten up our abs, and think about growing tall through the spine and lifting from the crown of the head. And if you want a little bit more challenge, you turn the palms up, and then you take the arms all the way overhead. And you try and find a spot about 6 to 8 feet in front of you, because the body likes to go where the eyes go. So keep your eyes on one single spot. Do the best you can. Remember, you can always go wider. And as your balance gets better, you can start bringing that front leg closer to the back leg. 2 more breaths. Good, we're going to exhale down, palms down. You're going to shift your weight back, and your feet again are hip distance apart. Let's try it on the other side. So take your time, inhaling the arms, shift your weight to the other leg, and then you decide again if you want to just step forward or cross front leg over back. And if you want to tighten it up, heel to toe. You're going to pull your navel in towards your spine, and then turn those palms up. If you're feeling steady, take a nice deep breath and lift. Keep breathing. Good, and then exhale down. And bring the feet together. Good, well, we're going to do an exercise to prepare you for one-legged balance. It's called bouncing the ball. And what we're going to learn to do is just shift our weight from our right to our left leg. So just put your hands on your hips and gently shift from right to left. And each time you shift, just bring up the heel. Just see how that feels for you. And if you feel comfortable, then you can raise the foot off the floor and try and get the knee up. So you're just shifting, raising a knee, shifting the weight, and raising the knee. Good, 2 more times. Good, and now we're going to add the hands. So it looks like this. As you shift your weight, the opposite hand bounces the ball. And then you shift your weight, try and pick up the knee. Maybe it'll just be the heel. Bounce the ball. Good, shift the weight again. Raise a knee. This is called dynamic balance because the body's in motion where you're trying to balance on one leg. Good, shift your weight. Good, bring that knee up where you can. The other arm is going to just move up and down as if you're bouncing a ball on the ground. Excellent, let's do that one more time. Take your time, shift your weight. Raise the knee. You can stay right here, just freeze. You can bounce the ball. And then shift the weight, and again, you decide, maybe you're just going to lift a heel, and you're going to stop right here and balance. Maybe you're going to raise the knee and freeze. This would be level 2. And then level 3 would be bouncing the ball. Beautiful. And then make sure both feet are on the floor and nice and solid. Good job. So we're going to return to the floor and do some stretches. So I want you to find one end of the mat. You decide. And we're going to take a nice long breath. We're going to fold forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips back, come to the ground, step one leg back, and then the other. We're in a plank. Take your time as you bend your knees, and then again, point your toes, sit back in child. Or just go wherever you can. Maybe this is all as far down as you want to go, and that's just fine. And then we're going to inhale back to hands and knees. We're going to do something called thread the needle. So it looks like this. We're going to take one hand, we're going to lift it up. And then this hand's going to go under. And we're going to hover. And then we're going to come up and bring this arm up into the air. Go as high as you can. And then thread the needle and hover. And then inhale back up. And then now we're going to come all the way down. Now you can stop here, or you can go all the way to the shoulder. Good, and then inhaling back to hands and knees. Let's try the other side. So the other arm lifts. And then we're going to thread through, and our arm is just hovering over the ground. And then inhale, bring it up wherever you can. Good. Exhale, thread, hover, and inhale up. And again, you feel free to stop at the forearm or drop all the way down to the ear. Good, and then returning to hands and knees. Good, we're gonna pick up one leg, lift it up. Flex the foot, we're gonna cross it over the other leg, and then you're gonna look back over your shoulder, or look back and see if you can see the foot. And then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So knee under hip, extend that leg, gently lift that leg, cross it over the other leg, look back. Good, and then come back to hands and knees. And then we're gonna go ahead and sit back on our heels. Walk our hands back towards our body. We're gonna drop onto one hip, and then we're gonna find ourselves in a seated position somewhere in the center of our mat. So take a nice deep breath here. We're gonna do one more core exercise. So we're gonna sit as tall as we can. This time we're gonna reach underneath the knees. We're gonna point the toes. I want you to lean back and see if you can find your sit bones. So you want to try and balance on the sit bones. And then we're going to try lifting one leg up and then switch and lift the other. And then if you feel comfortable, sit up nice and tall again. And you're going to take your time as you lean back. Your back straight, and then take those feet up again, and in both positions we're going to remove the hands and we're just going to pulse. Good. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take your time, grabbing underneath the knees. And again, slowly coming forward. Good, because we're going to extend one leg out, and the other leg, we're going to just drop the knee and draw that foot in towards the thigh. We're going to walk our fingers out as far as we can. So you're leading with the heart. You're trying to keep a long spine. Some of you reach the toes. Otherwise, just go where you feel comfortable. And then we're going to walk the hands back, bring that knee up. You can either hug this knee that you've hugged into the chest, or you can cross it over, and we can look back over the shoulder. Spinal twist. Returning to center, we'll switch legs because we want to stretch that other hamstring. So take a nice deep breath, sitting up nice and tall. Just start to gently fold forward as you walk the fingers out the leg. And if you want to take it into a deeper stretch, you can fold, rolling in. Good, and then slowly bring it back, and then of course this knee comes in. We hug that knee to chest. Remember, you can stay right here, or you can cross it over. We're going to look back over the shoulder. But remember, you're lengthening through the spine as you gently turn. So remember to take some nice deep breaths here. The breathing will help you relax in this stretch, and it will deepen your stretch. Good, and then just returning to center. Good, I want you to bend both knees. And we're going to roll down onto our back again. And we're going to slowly raise one leg, and you can reach underneath the thigh for a hamstring stretch. Or you can raise that arm up a little higher into the calf. But you're drawing your leg in towards your body, bringing the foot towards your face. So you want to hold this stretch at least 15 to 20 seconds. And we'll do what works for you. Start slow. If you feel some tension right here, just stay right here. Continue to breathe. And as you begin to relax a little deeper, you can start to draw that leg closer in. And then from here, we're going to go into lying pigeon. So we're going to cross ankle to knee, and we're going to take one hand and just gently open up that hip joint. And so this is called a figure four. Feel free to stay here the whole time. If this is enough stretch for you, just relax and breathe. Otherwise, reach with both hands behind your other back leg and squeeze the knees in towards the body. You can even extend that other leg up. So coming into a nice deep hip stretch. Again, relax and breathe. One more full breath. And then release this hip stretch. Extend through the other leg. Maybe you want to flex and point the toe while you're here. Maybe even roll out the ankle. Maybe try going a little deeper. Maybe even peeling the head and even extending the leg for more intensity. So you can always make it more challenging. But if you're a beginner, just stay right here. And when you're ready, cross ankle to knee and either go into figure four, stretching that hip, or reaching behind the back leg. Lying pigeon. Good, 2 more breaths. Just relax and breathe. And then we're going to release and go into one more bridge sequence. So the feet are hip distance apart. You're sliding your heels in close to the body. The palms are facing down. Your arms are resting at your side. We're going to start to slowly lift the hips. We're going to transfer the weight to the shoulders. And you can just stay here, or you can maybe raise a heel. Alternate raising the heel. Or you can bring both heels up and think about lifting that tailbone even higher. Good, and then lower the heels. And if you're a veteran, you can shift your weight to one leg. You can even raise a leg towards the ceiling. But really listen to your body. Make sure your knees are strong. You don't feel any discomfort in your lower back when you do this. So last deep breath as you lift those hips. And then again, you're peeling down from the neck and starting nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. And our counter stretch for this is happy baby. So we're going to bring both knees in towards the chest, extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Now you can either grab right around the ankle, drawing those knees in towards your armpits. And start right here, and you can just hug knees to chest. Wonderful counter stretch to stretch that lower back, or go straight into happy baby. Good, one more nice easy breath. And when you're ready, you're just going to release those legs, slowly bringing them down. We're going to bring our hands to the ground, and then we're going to lift the head and shoulders, coming onto our elbows, and then we're going to slowly come up to sitting. And we're going to finish class the way we started, with our ankles crossed, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to bring the hands out in front of us this time. We're going to walk our fingers out. Again, one more nice deep stretch for the hips and the lower back. Stop when you feel your resistance. Then we're going to inhale, and we're going to walk our hands over towards one leg. Fold into that leg. And then let's inhale, coming back to center, come over to the other side, and then fold over that knee. Good, returning back to center, coming nice and tall, sitting up as tall as you possibly can. We're going to shrug our shoulders all the way up to our ears. Take a nice deep breath here. On the exhale, just release and drop the shoulders. So we hold a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders. Let's inhale, shrug the shoulders, slide them up, hold the breath. Exhale, release. Let's do that one more time, bringing the shoulders up. Squeeze and let go. Excellent. Good. We're going to go right into a neck stretch. So we're going to take our right hand, place it on the right shoulder. We're going to lift the elbow. And then we're going to take the hand to the opposite shoulder and look over the shoulder. You're looking away from the hand. And of course, you can take this stretch even deeper if you bring that arm across the chest. And again, do what works for you. Good, and let's go to the other side. So this hand taps the shoulder, gently lift. And then cross over the other shoulder. Good, and then returning to center, we're going to lower the chin to chest. Let the weight of your head stretch the back of your neck. Take a nice deep breath. Start to lift the nose to the ceiling, gently gazing up. And then just one more time, ease the chin to chest. When you're ready, nice deep breath, gently look up. Good, take a nice deep breath as you bring your chin to a nice neutral place. You're sitting up nice and tall. We always finish with 3 nice deep breaths. So we're going to inhale, again sweeping the arms up. This time bringing the palms together. We're going to exhale the hands to the heart. So take this time to connect the breath with the movement. Good, synchronize the breath. Inhale deep. Good, exhale to the heart. And we're gonna stay here at the heart center. I want you to close your eyes, pressing the palms together. Scan your body and notice how it feels. And we're going to connect with the breath, inhaling nice and deep into the belly. And just enjoy being in the present moment. And I'd like to wish everybody namaste. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day today.